All right, everybody, Crime and Cask coming at you. Here we are in Moselle. Right now, I am outside of Godly Farms, and this little spot right over here is where Maggie's phone was found, approximately. If you remember when Randy Murdaugh was on the stand, he said one side was a pasture, the other side was the woods. So the experiment we're going to do today is Maggie's phone lit up at 9:05 and 44 seconds, according to SLED. So I'm going to see how long it takes for me to drive from the back entrance, which we'll go to right now, the back entrance to where Maggie's phone was found, and see how long it should take. It's going to take a couple of seconds to get out of the back entrance. I'm not going onto the property, but you know how close it is, the hangar to the road. It would be less than 5 seconds to get to the road. So we're going to factor in those 5 seconds. We're going to see how long it takes to go from the back entrance to where Maggie's phone was dumped. Be right back. All right, here we are at the back entrance in Moselle. This is where I do believe that the real killers came out of, somewhere between 9:05, let's call it 9:05:50. They came out. There's the cabin, and there is the back entrance. You can see the hangar from here. So it's not very far. They'd have had to come around that hangar and then come right out here and take a right. So we're going to do that. So 9:05:44 is when Maggie's phone picked up. We're going to give them 5 seconds. Let's call it 4 seconds. Whoops. We're going to call it 4 seconds to get from that hangar to right here. And then we're going to start timing it, and we'll let you know what timing it takes to get to where Maggie's phone had an orientation change to horizontal, let's call it landscape, and then thrown out the window at 9:06:20. Let's see what that says. Let's see what that does. Speed, there we go. We are off on the back entrance of Moselle. We are getting up to speed. I'm at 30, 35. This is where Alex heard them. He heard the killers. He was like, oh, I thought they were coming up. They weren't coming up. They were going down Moselle Road. I'm not going to go over the speed limit. I'm going to go 55. We're just going to see because it doesn't take very long. And we are almost there. We're coming up to it now. And we are right at the spot where Maggie's phone is now. You ready for this? I took off from the back entrance, as you just saw. It took me 33 seconds to get to the spot where Maggie's phone was thrown. Maggie's phone was picked up at 9:05:44. It was thrown as a landscape out the window at 9:06:20. That is a span of 36 seconds. What did I tell you? Maybe 3 to 5 seconds to get out of the back of Moselle. I mean, you're hauling ass. And, you know, I was going the speed limit at 55. They weren't. So we're talking about 1 or 2 seconds here. But if I add 3 seconds to 33 seconds, which it took me, that would be 36 seconds. If I'd have gone faster, remember Alex, I thought I heard them coming up, but then they weren't coming up. That was them hauling ass. We're talking about 1 or 2 seconds more. It works out to the second, ladies and gentlemen, to the absolute second. And her phone, as Randy had said, her phone was where? Her phone was down at the dog kennels, at the bottom of the dog kennels, right here on this road, on Moselle Road. Moselle Road, that's where it was. And Randy said all of a sudden the little green dot went from the Moselle Road down Moselle Road to where the spot they found her phone. That is 36 second span between the time SLED said her backlight came on, and when her backlight, no, not when her backlight went off, but when it went horizontal, it stopped moving, which means they threw it out the window. Down to the second, 36 seconds. You're not telling me that Alex Murdaugh did that. Somebody else did that. The real killers did that. And I'm going to show you the way they went home.